So what you just witnessed there is the flame start glow plug thing on these Deutz motors. I've got it functional now. So this is how that all works. That is your flame plug or glow plug, whatever you want to call it. And that's the fuel solenoid. So essentially that's like a giant glow plug that heats up red hot. And then as you turn it over, fuel gets pumped through this hard line and down through the center of this flame plug and squirts out into the friggin' intake there where it catches fire like you saw. So I had no idea if this stuff was actually at all functional, but it is, and it should help starting it when it's cold out. Even though this thing likes to start whether it's -2 or 102 out, it doesn't really matter, it starts. But the wiring for this is pretty simple. I've got a simple old school 4-post starter solenoid powering this. So I've got a button and a light, indicator light in there. The button triggers the solenoid. I've got power coming from my distribution block right there. Then power comes from that solenoid to this glow plug right there. Then as for this solenoid, I've got the power lead coming to a relay mounted right there, which is run off of a selector switch in there. So as long as that switch is on, it draws power from the starter trigger wire. The trigger wire runs through that relay, which then when you turn it over, it turns on as long as the switch is on and provides power to this solenoid. So that way, when it's hot out, you don't just have fuel squirting into your intake when you're trying to just start it normally when you don't need all that shit. But yeah, it's fairly neat. I've never worked with one of these, but everything seems to work, so. And here's what that looks like on the inside. So turn key on. You'd hold this for about 30 seconds, and as you can see, there's the glow plug indicator light. And then when you do, after you hold that for 30 seconds, you flick this switch, so there it's off, you flick that on, and then you begin cranking. And when it's cranking, it's squirting fuel onto that hot glow plug, making fire, which should help with getting it started.